Going on, Buffs Nation? Coach Prime and Coach Klieman had their weekly presser, and I gotta say, kind of feels good when you have an opponent that comes in and respects you, right? Klieman had some great things to say about the Buffs. We're gonna dive into what he said, but Coach Prime also had some things, and he had some scathing words for his own players a couple days ago that we've got to dive into, because that message needs to be heard not only by the players, but honestly, some of you fans. So we'll dive into that here on the Prime Time for College Football. This video is powered by our partners over at BetUS. They are hooking the gamer up. 150% bonus on your first deposit up to $2,000 by using our promo code YouTube150. And so, got the big game this weekend. We'll talk about the spread in a minute when we go through, BetUS or whatnot. But right now, Colorado's a dog. And if there's one thing that I know is not happening, Coach Chris Klieman over there at Kansas State, he ain't overlooking what the Buffs are doing, right? I mean, I went through, it's funny because the social media team over at Colorado, shout out to y'all, first and foremost, y'all. Y'all are excellent at this game. And they were posting some stuff about like some of the PFF grades that were coming through. Y'all know that Colorado's got some very, very highly graded players right now on the team, right? Right? Yeah, the team is playing so well that they are standing out, right? So like Sheduer Sanders is tops in overall offensive grade in the Big 12, 91.5. Travis Hunter at 87.8. Defensive coverage grade, tops in the Big 12. And I like PFF because it's one of the many metrics out there where, you know somebody's watching the game and they're assessing the grade. Now, it ain't a perfect science, but it gives you an idea of what people think and how people feel. And I love that. I love that about it. And so you see a bunch of Buffs that are rising up on the rankings from it. And so can't be mad at it. And Coach Klieman's recognizing it, right? One thing that he said that he's excited about the game. He talked about how one thing that I am bothered, right? Y'all have heard me say this numerous times here on the show, that I need Colorado to get that run game going. Coach Klieman, he echoed the complete opposite. He said, I think they're really balanced, honestly. They've rushed the ball well, too. Now, he may be just giving props because he wants to make sure there's no bulletin board material. But he also has some stuff about Shadur. We pull up that real quick. But first, word from the sponsor. This video is powered by our partners over at BetUS. Shout out to them because they're hooking up the gamer. 150% bonus on your first deposit up to $2,000 by using the promo code YouTube150. And so, Buffs got a nice coming up, right? I mean, NFL season's here. You've got hockey, you got everything. You can go in here. If you want to put something on it, you can. And the Buffs right now, sitting here at a +4 at the crib. Kind of ridiculous in my personal opinion, but hey, Vegas, the odds make us feel something. So, we're going to ride with the Buffs. So if you want to put a little something on them, you can do that with BetUS. They're hooking y'all up, giving you a bonus, 150% bonus on your first deposit up to $2,000. And they're also going to give you 125% on your second and third deposit up to $2,000 by using our promo code YouTube150. They also give back to you as the gamer. They'll give you 10% of your net losses back twice a year. Keep you in the game, give you opportunity to recoup whatever you put out there. So check them out. Go to BetUS, use our promo code YouTube150 for 150% bonus on your first deposit up to $2,000 and 125% on your second and third up to $2,000. BetUS, where the game begins. So, Klieman said, as y'all know, Buffs are 4-point dogs, and that's, a big deal to me. But we'll talk about that a little bit more, especially when we get to Prime and what he said to these players that y'all need to hear. But Klieman had this to say, right? He said, talking about playing against the Buffs and how Sanders is the top priority, he said, there is a lot of concern that we have. Klieman said, obviously go to the offensive side. I think Sanders will be the first quarterback picked off the board. He should be. And the film that I've seen a lot of the top guys, I think he's an excellent thrower. You can't really confuse him. I've seen a lot of different teams try to manipulate coverage in disguise, and he does a really good job pre-snap to post-snap, and he can make all the throws. It has a lot of guys to throw the ball to. Then, of course, he singled out Jimmy Horn, said that he's one of them dudes. And, of course, Travis Hunter. We all know that. But the crazy part is that Chris Klieman's not walking into this game, even though he's a favorite, with the cocky mindset that, we're going to go through and, we're going to make it happen. I know he's going to say his team's going to work hard. His team's going to, hustle and grind. They're going to do what they're supposed to do. But he's not out there trying to say that, Colorado's going to be a pushover for them. Some people have that mentality. We've synced it with other teams. I mean, I know y'all synced it with like the competition. Like I know Colorado State was talking a whole bunch of noise. Nebraska had some words, they were able to back some of theirs up, but some teams have and others stopped. They stopped for the reason because they're recognizing that no, the Buffs are a legitimate threat. And that is basically the message that Coach Prime had for the players. So on Well Off Media in one of the team meetings, they posted this, and I'll have a link in the description below for you guys can go watch it yourselves. But in that video, Coach Prime had some words for the players. And like I said, I feel like you fans need to hear this too. And this is why. This is what he said. Posted on the screen. We're supposed to be here. You act like it was a miracle that we went to Orlando and whooped them. UCF. Great everything. Great execution. Great coaching all week. We're supposed to do this. Quit acting like it's a surprise. It shouldn't be a surprise to you all. It surely ain't no surprise to me because y'all got much more in you. It starts today. Now, look, Buffs fans, I know that y'all been riding high with the team. Y'all have had, mad support. I mean, this channel has grown specifically because of you all. Coach Prime and the way that they're playing, everything they're doing is growing everything around Boulder. You can't be mad about that. The other thing that jumps out to me with that is, too, Prime called out the players and let them know, hey, why y'all acting like this wasn't supposed to happen? Like this wasn't ordained, as he would say. They put in the work and the execution came behind it, and boom, you're starting to see it, right? Coming in this year, a lot of people were trying to say that the Buffs probably weren't going to win as many games they won last year. Well, guess what, guys? 4-1. Already there. Should surpass that win mark from last year, no problem. And honestly, keeping it up should be easily in a bowl game. The question is, can this team contend for a Big 12 championship? Now, I know that they believe they can. Do you believe that they can as a fan? Y'all tell me, do you believe that the Buffs can do it? I want to hear from you. Hop in the comments. Do you think that Colorado can make that push for the Big 12 championship game? Personally, I think they can. The schedule plays out perfectly. I apologized in the last video about some of the games at the end that I thought were going to be a concern. They don't feel like much of a concern as much. Now, they're going to be tough games, but it don't mean that they're going to be, right? They're going to be games that are going to be a big problem. For me, I feel like all Colorado's got to do is keep buckling down and keep playing. Stay healthy, keep grinding. And Prime feels that exact same way, so you fans need to be doing that exact same thing. So what more do you need to see from this team for you to truly believe? I really want to hear from you all. I jump in the comments as often as possible. I get so many of them that it gets busy, but we're going to talk about it, man. What y'all think? Hop in the comments. Let us know the thoughts. I do believe that Colorado's got a good weekend ahead. We'll break down some of the key things for Kansas State later in the week and talk about it as we go. I'm going to be tuned in hardcore, eyeballs on the screens, because I need to see if this defense can give me what I've been asking for, and that's heavy play in the first half to really keep K-State from being able to play. I mean, BYU wrote the script on how to beat Kansas State. And so Colorado, if they can follow that script with the physicality and honestly forcing the turnovers just like BYU did, there's a great chance for this squad to win. All right, I'm out. Let me know what y'all think. Want to hear from you all. We'll have another video again later this week. Like I said, we're going to talk about the K-State game. That spread is 4.5 for it. It's going up and down. I think the Buffs can definitely cover it, but they got to execute. And I think the run game needs to be better, especially since Kansas State thinks it's good. Just got to be better at it. We'll chop it up with y'all in about a day or two.